Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. I'm gonna only do one hello.
That's okay. I made up for your lack of hellos.
Yeah, you did them all for me, and I was like, I don't want to steal your thunder, so I'll just do one.
You should have just one-upped me and gone for 4.
I couldn't count. I tried to count, and then I just didn't. And I was like, no. I did think about it, though.
In today's news, Scar can't count.
No. You know what? That's quite sad, because I was actually really good at maths, but I haven't done it in a long time, so I'm
how the mighty have fallen.
I have fallen far. I've fallen far. My maths teacher would be so disappointed. I did maths at A-level, wow. I'm a disappointment to everyone. I apologise.
That's okay. We forgive you. We still love you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes. Alright, so today we're gonna get a little spooky because it's almost Halloween.
Oh my god. Exciting.
Dun dun dun. So we decided for today we are going to read some would you rather questions to each other and kind of just chat about them, and they are of general horror, spooky, haunted Halloween nature.
Yeah, I will say, I was looking at some lists for some inspiration, and some of the lists on there are the craziest things I've ever seen, and I'm like, I don't know who you're asking this to.
Can you give me an example? Because I did not look at any lists.
There was oh, now I can't remember that, but there was really weird ones around saw traps, but then also would you rather the trolley problem, and it was would you rather be kill, I don't know, kill it wasn't kill kids, but it was just wild stuff, and I'm like, this isn't a fun would you rather, this is criminal. I think this is a crime.
I know it's the point that would you rathers are supposed to be tough, but also I hate when they're both just so equally bad. I saw a TikTok once,
yeah,
and this girl was like, would you rather every time you cried tiny spiders come out of your eyes, or every time you sneeze a tiny little snake comes out your nose, but not all the way out, but it goes out and then goes back in.
I'd have the snake friend. What a fun party trick that would be.
Yeah, that's true. But it's just neither of those sound very pleasant. I will say though, that the girl pointed out that she cries when she's angry. So imagine angry crying and just spiders descending. That would be fun.
That is quite cool.
But in general, I cry too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say I cry too much. I don't sneeze incredibly often, and I also think you can also try and sneeze on demand. You can make yourself sneeze. So then
also
it'd be kind of cool.
Do the spiders then exist in the world? If I cry in my house, do I just have spiders all over my house?
Okay, but the spider population would be thriving.
At what cost?
Yeah, and then otherwise the snake is just you're your own personal snake charmer, but with sneezes.
Also, I feel if you influence the spider population that hard, it would mess up the ecosystem. Did you ever see the TikTok about the guy saving the tadpoles? And then everyone being you are going to ruin the frog population. They are not meant to live.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I saw a TikTok, this was ages ago, but I was on this side of TikTok where this person had snails, and their snails laid eggs, and then they would crush the eggs, and people were devastated, and she was like, no, I have to, because otherwise I'm gonna have 50 million snails.
Yeah.
It's actually, yeah, true.
I saw this, just speaking of ecosystems, I saw this thing about Harry Potter, and fuck J.K. Rowling, but it was basically about how just another thing that she didn't take into consideration is the number of owls that would be in Scotland that very much shouldn't be in Scotland, and so it would just number 1 confuse ornithologists, and number 2 really mess up Scotland's ecosystem, because there's just all these owls.
Also, I know they have an owlery, but I'm that owlery has to be huge. In the movie, it does not look that big, and I'm most students have an owl over any of the other pets. It's definitely the most common. And I'm it's not big enough to house all these owls. Where are they going?
Well, I mean, when you think about it, the logistics of anything and where things go doesn't make sense.
No.
How many students are in a year per house versus how many dorms are actually available? How do they all fit in Gryffindor Tower? Where do they all sleep? Where does it go?
to be fair, it doesn't look like it's that big of a school. Like, when you see a picture of them all, like, in the Great Hall eating, there's probably about, 100 students per table. So that's 400 students overall. So, and, like, I think we even get that it's, like, Harry, Ron, Seamus, and Dean are the only boys in the Gryffindor
Neville
tower that year. And Neville. So there's only those.
But is it, though? Like...
I don't know. You just have to take... you just have to kind of take that at face value. It would make sense. Because I don't know how it's like in America, obviously. But like in the UK, my secondary school had... Obviously, this is not the same. But my secondary school had... I don't know. Maybe 150 students max. And my year was... No, maybe more than that. Maybe about 300 students. My year was one of the smallest years. And there was 54 people in my year. And there was 12 people in my class.
Okay,
usually.
See, that must just be like a gap thing for me then, because I'm pretty sure my graduating class was like 350 people.
Yeah, no. Like, our secondary schools are quite small. Like, the biggest one that I know, there's probably about 400 students there.
Okay, fair enough.
And like,
all right.
Yeah. So it's not surprising, but I still do think that there probably isn't enough bed space. Based on logistics, but you know,
hey ho, that's
a whole other discussion.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Let's get into the actual topic for today, which is some would you rather questions.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so my first one. Would you rather go through a haunted house or a haunted forest? And I do mean this not in a literally haunted, but in like an attraction kind of way. Because we have haunted houses, but there is also a local haunted forest where people are hiding in the woods, and you walk through the woods, and they can, like, if they hear your name, they'll, like, yell it back to you and, like, whisper it and stuff, and I've never gone, and it sounds terrifying. So I think I'd rather do a haunted house, because that sounds like a much better controlled environment, but a haunted forest sounds scary.
Yeah, I would definitely say haunted house. I think also with forest is, like, it's so much more like open and vast, whereas like obviously a house is more contained. Like a theme park here in the more theme parks do it, but like Thorpe Park, we have like they do like horror mazes. So there's like a Saw one, and there's like they've done loads, and it depends on the year and like what horror movies have come out, and like it's obviously bigger than a house, and it's like more of like, for example, the Saw one that I did, like this was like ages ago now, but like you had all the actors and stuff in character, but it was like set in the like setting of the film, so you were going through like the bathroom setting and like past all the trap bits and pieces. That was awful in the best way, but it was awful. So forest, I think, would just no, I couldn't do that.
That's valid.
I'd be sad. I'd be sad.
Not scared, just sad.
Yeah, I'd just be sad. I'd be like, I just want to go home. And then like how you wouldn't even know if you were near an end. Like, how does it end?
I mean, I think there's like a path. Like, I don't think you just get let loose in the trees. I think there's a path, but
like, I like the idea of you just being in a massive open forest. See, that'd be
scary. No, but that'd be scary, because then like, what if you run into someone who is not part of the attraction and they're just a serial killer?
You just made a horror movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like a good horror movie. I should write that.
You should. I'd be down.
I'll work on that. I have so much ample free time, so let me just start writing a book.
Thank you. I really need it in my life. Okay, my first one. Would you rather be followed by a haunted doll or a creepy clown? Yeah, this one's weird.
Okay, so initially I was going to say doll, but I'm actually going to go clown.
It depends. Like, I guess it depends on if they're going to speak to me.
Fair.
Like, if they're just stalking me, I could probably live with the clown. But if they're going to talk to me and, like, heckle me, I don't want that.
See, I was thinking, because, like, if we're talking, like, a haunted doll, like a poltergeist or something, that they can, like, do shit, like,
That's true.
turn off lights, make things float, open my cabinets. I don't want any of that. If it's just a clown, I can, like, obviously I would hate it, but, like, I could handle it. Because then, like, you're not really, like, you could fight them, you know? Like, there's no supernatural force at hand.
That's true. I mean, unless it's Pennywise and he's, like, a weird demon.
Okay, listen. If Pennywise starts coming after me, I think I'm just gonna KMS.
Yeah. In a lot of these scenarios, I probably would just be like, you know what?
No.
I don't need to be here. Like, I don't think I need to be alive. I think I can just happily go and not need the torture. I think the clown would be okay. Maybe me and the clown become besties.
Maybe.
Like, maybe he's just creepy in aesthetic and he's actually really nice and just wants a friend. Because
Maybe
it's the start of a really weird horror rom-com. Those don't exist, but they could.
they could. Did you ever have anything over in your neck of the woods where people just dressed up as killer clowns and, like,
yes.
were weird?
Yeah.
Why was that a thing that happened?
I don't know, but that was because I was
2014.
Yeah, so I was 13 years old when that was happening, so I was not very impressed. But also because it was scary as well, because, like, there were sightings around my school, and I would walk home from school, and I'd just be like, I guess I'll just get
die
by a clown. I guess that's it for me. Yeah, that was a really weird era of time. Like, why?
Yeah.
I did not like that. That was
I didn't either.
Like, I'm usually fine with clowns, but that was just, like, not it.
That one was that one, again, it's kind of like the uncontrolled element, because it's like just random people were doing it and you don't know their motive.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not actually clowns. I mean, maybe they are. Some of them were. But
right.
The majority of them were not, and they were just stand in the road. And I'm like, I'll just run you over. I saw a video and it was, like, in the street, and, like, they were like, what are we going to do? And I was like, A, reverse, or B, drive?
There are two directions you can go. Pick one.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I don't see what's an issue here. You'd hope they would dive out the way. But,
that's like, okay, that is it's such a pet peeve. This is kind of a tangent, but such a pet peeve in, like, movies and stuff, when, like, something is coming directly at them, and they either A, just stand there and stare at it, or B, turn and run in a straight line. And it's like,
yes.
Literally pick a different direction and you would be fine. Like, take 2 steps to the left and you will be fine. But no they run straight.
It wouldn't obviously be a good film if they were, like,
smart,
really clever. But, like, there are some things where I'm like, no, because you could still make this a good scene where they still get caught, even if they were, like, headstrong.
Yeah.
Like, I think we've passed the need for our victims to be silly stupid. Agreed. But hey, that's too easy.
Okay, the next one I have. Would you rather be chased/followed by Freddy or Jason?
Jason.
I
just, like, I don't want someone in my dreams.
What if it's me in your dreams?
That's different. You're not Freddy Krueger. You don't have knives for fingies.
Maybe I do. You don't know that. You've never seen me in person.
Okay. That's true. But listen, like, Freddy's funny, but, like, I don't need that energy. But also, I just know that Jason would, like, listen, with Freddy, he would taunt me. It would be, like, he would, like, know that I'm rattled. It'd be, like, a long time before he eventually, like, exos me. Jason would just kill me. And that's fine. Like, he would just hatchet me to death, and I'd be like, okay.
That's fair. Quick way out.
I'd be like, I would see him, and I'd be like, oh no, and I'd run, and he'd grab me, because he's, like 7 foot tall, and then he'd probably throw me down some stairs, and that'd be it. And I'd be like, okay.
Fair, I suppose I can agree with that.
Kind of magically teleport, so I guess, like, there's no even running from him. I would just be like, okay. I'd just be like,
I mean, you could also just stand in the middle of some water, since they just casually gave him a fear of water at some point.
That doesn't work.
It doesn't work?
No. Do I have to explain the law of Jason to you?
No. We don't have time for that. I just saw that he has a crippling fear of water.
Well, he drowned as a kid. He got drowned.
Right, I knew that.
But in the second one, I think it's the second one, I'm not sure. In one of them, like, because he's not the killer in the first one, spoiler, but the second one where he is the killer, someone tries to escape by the boat, and they are escaping by the boat, and then he is swimming in the water, and then you think they're going to escape, but then he jumps out of the water and pulls them overboard and kills them. So it wouldn't work.
Wild. Okay.
Yeah. He's also, like, undead and goes to space. Like, listen, to be a tally mark on that guy's list is fine.
He's also really sexy in that one video game.
Stop. That was such a stupid thing. Why do they do that to him, though?
I don't know. Which game was it? I forgot. We've talked about this in a previous episode.
I have no idea, but that was so strange.
I feel like I need to look it up now, though, so I can defend myself, because if anybody's listening, they're like, what are you talking about? But
remember the edit that you made?
It's still on our TikTok.
That was so weird. That was, yeah. Freddy is great fun. He's definitely one of my favourite horror villains, but in terms of being, like, followed by him, it's definitely a big no. You can't really do anything, because, like, yes, he can only get you in your dreams, but, like, you need to sleep. And also, he's just a menace, and he's so unhinged that you don't know what you're going to get. Like, is he going to put your head through a TV? Maybe.
Maybe.
Or is he going to, like, yeet you up into the ceiling?
Maybe.
Maybe. Whereas Jason's pretty, like, he knows what's effective, and I can appreciate that.
That's fair. Also, it was the Mortal Kombat game, so go look up Jason Voorhees in the Mortal Kombat, and you'll understand. Like, they made him very attractive, and for what?
It's just, like, a really weird aura. Like, when you compare it to the rest of, like, how he's presented in media, very strange. Like, they've yassified him.
They did. They very much yassified him. He's, like... And I'm, like, not to say he's not, like, built before, but, like, he's, like, jacked in such a weird way. Honestly, his design, I'm, like, looking at this picture, he reminds me, and I think this is probably why we feel this way, he reminds me of Mike from Until Dawn, but just with a mask.
Oh my god, you know Michael Monroe dressed up as Jason Voorhees one year for Halloween.
Oh, 100%.
Oh my god, headcanon, all the boys dressed as the big three. Mike as Jason, Josh as Michael Myers, and then Chris as... Oh no, and Matt. No, Matt would be like Chucky.
Or Ghostface.
Oh yeah. No, Josh would be Ghostfaced.
Yeah.
He would like that. He gives that energy. He would find that. He would be like, it's going to get all the ladies kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Chris would definitely be Freddy, because he's like that vibe. So then, yeah, Matt can be Michael Myers. See, yes. There we go. Perfect. There you go. That's for all those Until Dawn people who are still kicking about. I hope I revived you from your graves with that one. Okay,
but also I think it just because of that one quote that's like on TikTok where it's like, no, please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel. That would be Jessica.
That is very true. That is very true. They do get, like, they would have such cool Halloween parties. Ugh. Halloween DLC when? I'm kidding.
Until Dawn 2 when?
Oh, don't even tempt the fates. It's not happening. It happened in my heart.
Yes.
But never.
That's what counts.
Okay. This is such a rogue one. But would you rather get a surprise visit from Frankenstein's monster or the Headless Horseman?
Ooh.
See, this is obvious for me, but I'm going to let you decide first.
I feel like I don't know enough about either of these to, like, feel strongly one way or another. I'm, like, looking them up quick.
Yeah, the Headless Horseman is just, like, such a weird vibe. Like, I was like, oh.
Honestly,
the Headless Horseman, like, is such a cool image, though. I'm like, that kind of slays.
Yeah, I feel like I'd want to do the Headless Horseman, honestly.
Yeah, he seems like he'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But Frankenstein's monster just wants to be loved. Like, he's just such a, like, he's just a guy.
Scar is a monster fucker, confirmed.
No, I'm not. But it's just like, this is like the one thing I'll say on this, because I could do a whole thing on this, but there's something very interesting and thematic about the fact that Frankenstein made a monster which was better than he was. Like, he tried to make something, like, the fact that the monster was more human than he ever was, kind of thing. Like, Frankenstein's monster just, like, is sad because he got made and then Frankenstein was like, ew. And then he tries to get revenge. And it like makes me sad. But honestly, on vibes alone, Headless Horseman, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down for this.
I agree.
It is such a vibe. And that means he won't talk. So...
even better.
What's wrong? A man who can't talk? Sign me up.
And he can take you places on his horse.
Yes. See? 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Where is...
I see no flaws.
Where is that romance? Horror romance?
Where is that energy for men in 2023? Don't talk and have a horse.
Don't talk, have a horse, and carry a jack-o'-lantern. Those are my requirements. Please and thank you. Do not talk to me unless you are the Headless Horseman.
and even then, don't talk to me. Because you can't.
And even then, you just show up with your horse, and I'm like, okay.
Okay, my next one. Would you rather explore an abandoned mall or an abandoned hospital?
Ugh. Mole.
Same. I feel like a hospital is just asking for trouble, but a mall, like, kind of fun.
But also, like, hospitals, like, are usually, like, hospitals do, like, there are hospitals that are, like, donkeys old, and they, like, withstand the test of time. Most hospitals that are abandoned have been abandoned for a reason, and I don't want to mess with that.
Yeah. You'd probably end up getting some, like, disease that was somehow lingering.
I'm like, I don't need to be here, you know?
You'd end up with the plague somehow.
It also feels way more disrespectful.
That's fair.
Like, because I'm like, this is where people probably, like, died. And I'm just, like, here.
Yeah.
There's a mall, I'm just like, I don't know, people used to shop here.
Maybe there's an arcade.
Unless it's, like, The Last of Us, and then I'm like, no. But that's different.
Things were going fine until they made too much noise, so just don't make a lot of noise.
Yeah, that's true. It was a good vibe. Yeah. And you just get as a free shit if it's, like, abandoned, like, and not completely empty.
Imagine if there's a bookstore.
See, now you're thinking. I like, that's where we both go. They'd be like Gucci stuff, and we're like, no.
The books.
The books. Yeah, that one's... Hospitals just... They gave me the heebie-jeebies. I don't need to be messing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot I wrote this one down. Okay. Would you rather slowly turn into a skeleton or into a mummy?
I don't understand that, because, like, technically you are always a skeleton.
No, but, like, you just, like, will shed your skin.
Okay. But, like, what do you mean by slowly become a mummy? Do you just slowly get wrapped in things overnight?
Yeah.
Like, by mysterious little elves?
Yeah. Yeah. But, like, you'll still be you, and you'll still be alive. Walking, talking.
I think I'd rather be a mummy.
I think so too. I think
the idea of my skin, like, melting off sounds terrifying.
Also, like, someone's going to put you in the ground.
Yes.
Like a mummy, you can just be like, I had a really bad accident, and I need
all
to
over
be
my body.
clothed. I need to be clothed. A skeleton? How are you even getting yourself out of that chaos?
Yeah.
But it would be kind of funny to be a skeleton.
It would. I mean, yeah, it's the slowly part that's really getting to me. Like, if it's like, which one would you rather wake up one morning as? I think a skeleton would be a fun vibe. But, like, I could not handle my skin just, like, slowly leaving my body.
Especially if you weren't aware. Like, especially if you like, if it was like a deal with the devil, and you'd be like, okay, I know this is going to happen, but if you didn't realise what was happening...
No, you'd probably go to the doctor and think you have some sort of, like, flesh-eating disease.
It's not funny, but it's just funny to imagine, like, just slowly deteriorating, and people are like, are you okay?
Clearly not, Barbara. You can see my bones.
It also doesn't make sense, because how would your joints be together?
What would happen?
Require ligaments. You just be a pile of bones at some point.
Where does the skin go? Like,
I don't know.
Dude, and, like, your organs? Like, do they just fall out?
I don't know, but it's just funny to just be a walking skeleton. Because you wouldn't even have eyeballs. How would you even see? How would you do anything?
Oh, yeah. You simply could not.
Oh. But then as a mummy, I guess you just, like, you like I would assume that you can't uncloth yourself, so you would just be like, you'd stink. You would be very disgusting.
Yeah.
And if your mouth got covered up, you ain't eating anymore. I don't know what you're doing. I guess you just vibe at that point.
I feel like you could stick a straw in there, drink some smoothies.
Okay, that's true. That's true. Be covered in piss.
Yeah.
Maybe a skeleton would be better. I don't know.
Yeah. Could you just get yourself dry cleaned?
Well, think about how, like, I have back issues. I could literally just straighten my back out. Because I could just grab it.
Yeah. Honestly, listen, I wish I could take my spine out of my body and just, like, give it a good shake and then put it back. I also really wish I could take my eyeballs out and put them in, like, a nice cold glass of water. Yes. I feel like they could use a refresh. I would really love for somebody to just, like, you know those, like, little scrubby pads that you use on your face? Like, the silicone ones? Someone do that to my brain.
Yes. Yes. And a skeleton would do that for you. Because you would have no worries with those issues.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
And all you'd have to do is wear a big trench coat, wear some sunglasses and a hat, and no one would know.
Or you could just become a cab driver in Halloween Town.
See, that's cool. Or you'd be the best, like, horror extra ever, because you are a skeleton. And think about the acting potentials you would have.
True.
Hollywood would eat that up.
Although, you couldn't talk as a skeleton either, because you don't have a voice box.
You'd be just chatter. You'd have to learn sign language.
Yeah. But you don't have eyes to see response. So, you'd need...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But also, you'd have no ears to hear.
Oh, yeah. What? So... Okay, that would be a problem.
You could...
But then...
Well, no, you couldn't read Braille because you have no fingertips.
No, you wouldn't be able to feel it.
This sounds like a very lonely life. Oh, I couldn't listen to music anymore.
That is very true. But you'd be able to recreate the Spooky Scary Skeletons music video.
That's it. You sold me. That's the one perk.
I think I'd still rather be a skeleton.
I don't know. I think I'm going mummy.
I think it'd just be funny. We could just hang out. We could be the, like, weird comedy duo and everyone's a bit, like, off-put by the energy we create in the studio.
I think everyone is already off-put by the energy we create in the studio, so nothing would change.
Exactly. We can go on tour. People will be like, whoa.
Perfect.
Who are you? Yeah. Anyways, that's my answer. Skeleton.
Perfect. Next one. Would you rather have to deal with the zombies from The Last of Us or from The Walking Dead?
How about no? Honestly, probably The Walking Dead. Because, like, if the show's anything to go by, those people are dumb as hell, and they survive for quite a long time.
True.
So, I don't know, The Last of Us, like, they're just more grotesque and, like, off-putting.
Plus, like, if I saw a clicker in real life,
yeah,
and had to, like, hear it and then be quiet while, like, hiding from it, or just watching the TV show had me stressed. That scene in the museum was the most stressful thing for me to watch. So
it's just not it. Like, at least the Walking Dead zombies just, like, they are just decayed people, but, like, the Last of Us ones are just, like, they're just weird. Like, they're just, like, really off-putting. They're actually more scary. Definitely worse. In terms of, like, deadliness. So I'm like, I don't need that energy.
No, I agree.
I mean, personally, I just wouldn't deal with either, but...
Well, but if you had to.
If I had to. I'd do one day with the Walking Dead zombies, and then I'd be like, I'm done.
Goodbye.
I politely decline the opportunity to pursue this any further. Thank you. So, like, no, thank you. Okay. Would you rather have the ability to communicate with the spirits for a day, or turn into a black cat for a day?
Is this really a choice?
Apparently.
Spirits.
Yeah. But then also, a cat would be pretty cool. If you had, like, a little witch friend.
But the problem is, I just want to be a cat for the rest of my life. Like,
that's true.
I'd be so sad that it's only a day. Plus, like, selfishly, I would love to talk to the spirits so I could talk to my grandma for a day.
I think that's also a part of it. It's just, like, I think there's so much you can, like, reconnect with. Also, I just want to know what's going on, you know? I want to know what the vibes are. What is the energy?
Right? Plus, imagine being able to solve, like, cold cases.
See, that is too much power, essentially.
But you can only do it for a day, so that's the thing. You have to, like, really, like, prioritize.
Yeah, but then, like... Yes, true. I still go with this one, but, like, my thing is, like, okay, so you, like, do this, you record it, obviously, because, duh.
Right.
You communicate with the spirits, you get, like, those really clear, weird spirit box recording things, and then people ask you to do it again, and you can't do it again. And then you look like a fraud.
Yeah.
So you'd have to keep the knowledge contained to yourself, which honestly I'm fine with doing.
But you could just, like, anonymously submit something and be like, I think you should... Anonymous tip, check this out.
That is very true. Yeah. Because I think you have to keep it to yourself kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Otherwise I feel like people are going to, like, come for me and I'm like, no. I was having a good time for a day. I'm sorry.
Okay. Would you rather be chased by something on land or grabbed by something in the water?
Chased by something on land.
Yeah.
The ocean is spooky.
I touch seaweed in the ocean and I'm like, oh my god, what was that?
Yeah, no. I think also, like, chased. You could be chased by a rat. You could be grabbed by, like, Nessie. You know what I mean? Like, grabbed is, like, something with hands.
Right. And, like, if you're being chased, you probably know. Like, you can see them chasing you. Versus if you're just, like, treading water and then all of a sudden you're yeeted underneath, you did not see it coming.
Mm-mm. Yeah, like I said, if you're being grabbed, like, that's something that has the ability to do that. Which is an immediate no-no in the ocean. Like, what has hands in the ocean?
It doesn't have to have hands. Grab me? It could have teeth.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big no-no.
I'm just saying, you could have to have hands.
You could be chased by a fly on land. like, logistically, I'm like, no.
That's fair.
No. I just... No. No, thank you. Whoa. Oh my god. Would you rather smell like a wet werewolf every day for a year, or have a pumpkin growing out of your head?
Where out of my head is it growing?
Wherever you want it to be.
How, like, is it gonna get, like, heavy?
No, I'll say it's hollow. Let's say it's like just like a jack-o'-lantern kind of vibe.
Oh, I'll have the pumpkin then.
Yeah, I want it as maybe it is heavy. I don't know, but even if it is heavy, I just kind of would think it'd be fun to have a little hat.
Yeah.
Like, it's a pretty cool accessory. It's an extra storage place.
You could paint it.
Oh my god, think about all the opportunities. You could paint it for every outfit.
Right.
And also, my favourite thing would be is that, like, for example, if I was internally feeling angry, you could, like, write messages on there. Or, like, carve a little angry face.
True.
People would know to stay away. I don't want to smell.
No. Plus, like, I'm assuming wet werewolf would smell like wet dog, and that's, ugh.
Like, it would only be for a year, and I guess the pumpkin is forever. But I could live with the pumpkin.
Yeah, I think we could learn to be friends.
Yeah. And, like, maybe you could, like, cut it, cut it, and it would just regrow, but, like, you could make pumpkin pie.
I don't like pumpkin pie, but yeah.
But you could just make it for other people.
I mean, I guess if I liked other people, sure.
Yeah, true. I guess maybe, yeah. And also you could, like, wear a little hat, and the pumpkin would have a hat, like a little cowboy hat.
You could be the headless horseman.
Oh my god. He would love that.
Yeah.
He would definitely be like, oh my god, you have two heads. But maybe he'd be jealous because you have two heads and he doesn't have any.
He'd try and take one of yours.
Okay, that's quite funny. Maybe the law is you grew an extra pumpkin head, and then the jack-o'-lantern that he holds is the jack-o'-lantern head that he stole from you.
Oh my god, romantic.
Because you were like, I don't need this extra head. You can have a headless horseman. And he's like, oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your curse of a pumpkin head was broken by true love.
See, that's cute.
Your act of selflessness.
That's a brilliant story.
Someone write that down.
Yeah, quickly. Get the TV rights.
Okay, this one's going to be hard for you.
Oh, God.
Would you rather never watch another horror movie or never play another horror game?
Never play a horror game.
Really?
Game.
You'd give up super massive games?
But I could watch people play it.
Well, yeah, but it's not the same.
I know, but, like, never watch a horror movie. I'll forever not be in the know. Like, whereas games, I could get that knowledge vicariously through other people. Like, I could watch you play it, and I could be sat there.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, I think that would have to be it. As much as I love playing the horror games, I think I would, like... My life would be worse without watching a horror film.
That's fair. I'd rather never watch another horror movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't watch that many to begin with, so...
Because they're getting, like, some of them now are, like, getting really good. I wouldn't be able to watch the FNAF movie. Like, what would I do?
That's true.
Like, I've been waiting for that my entire life. I wouldn't be able to live. I'd be so sad.
You couldn't see Josh Hutcherson in his renaissance.
No. Or Matthew, like... No.
I would just describe it to you in great detail. I would break it down scene by scene.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But, like, I just... Yeah. Because, to be fair, like, the only, like, horror games that I do play are the supermassive ones. Like, I don't venture out of that sphere, typically. So, it's not like I play a lot of those genres that I would be missing out completely. Whereas, like, horror movies, I consume a lot of that. I mean, literally yesterday I watched Saw X. And if I didn't watch that, I would be quite sad. Because it was really good. But I guess I wouldn't know it was good.
There aren't that many Saw movies, though.
Yeah, I know.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And this is not number 10. This is actually number 1.5. It comes in between Saw and Saw 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely thought it was 10, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a whole thing. You know,
apparently.
Just vibes. Yeah. It's too complex to even discuss. Oh my god, speaking of Saw, would you rather live amongst the creatures in A Quiet Place or be a main character in the Saw franchise?
Ooh, probably A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
I don't do well with, like, gore or hurting myself.
Yeah.
And so I would not have the stomach to participate in Saw. And A Quiet Place, I mean, like, really, they were vibing for quite some time before there were problems.
It's definitely, like, easier to survive, but also, like, I guess it's a shittier world.
Yeah.
But, like, I think I'm fine being a bit more of, like, a recluse. That wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
The only thing with the Saw one is, like, it would depend. You really have to just get lucky with the draw of the trap kind of thing. Because there are some where I'm like, potentially, if my fight and flight kicked in and I didn't just like pass out, potentially I'd have a chance.
Yeah.
They were like, yesterday we were watching it and like there was a few and I was like, first of all, this guy wasted like a minute and he had 3 minutes to do this thing. And I was like, Bessie, you would have been able to do it if you didn't waste the first minute being like, I'm not going to do it. So it's like some and I'm like, okay, maybe, but I'm not taking that chance.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that risk. I'm like, nah. No thank you. I just live in quiet and just, I don't know. Read.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, I was going to say read. And you don't have to worry about technology really anymore.
That's true.
That's kind of nice. You could just garden.
Like, the biggest threat was the silo.
Right?
Films. Like, people, like, that kills a lot of farmers. Those silo suffocation. So, they're messing up silos. They are dangerous. That's the biggest threat to me in that world.
Plus, like, I mean, depending on how you look at it, if we had to go, like, right now, we have the knowledge of how to fight back against those creatures because we've seen the movie.
That's very true.
So.
That's very true. Yeah, it's just a bit of, like, a worse world. Like, I'm assuming, like, that's just it forever. That's just how you live out your days. But I'm like,
There's worse ways to live.
Yeah, I was like, I think I'll just vibe. I'll be, you know, even if I'm on my lonesome, I'll just hang out and just...
Do we know if the creatures can swim? Could you just live on an island?
I don't know. I haven't watched the second one, so...
Me neither.
I don't know if that was in the lore.
Yeah. But, like, just as a possible thought, like, could you just live on an island?
I mean, potentially. Potentially. I mean, even if they can swim, you could potentially hear them in the water.
Right, they'd be splashing.
Yeah. Be interesting.
Yeah.
There's thoughts to be had in that scenario.
Yes. Okay. My next one is, would you rather be chased in a corn maze or in the woods? Both at night.
Okay. That is interesting. Honestly... Okay, here's a question. I've never been to a corn maze, so I know you have. Can you run, like, this might sound stupid, but can you actually run through the corn?
Yeah, you could, but, like, it would be painful because
okay.
in a corn maze, or I guess it doesn't even have to be a maze. It could be a corn field.
Right.
But regardless, like, there's corn attached and there's blades of leaf and stuff. So, like, especially if it's not a maze, like, if it's just a cornfield, it's, like, next to each other. Like, there's not a lot of paths, so you'd constantly being, like, having to, like, push the corn out of the way.
Yeah, so I'd say woods.
I would, too. Also because in a corn maze or field, like, depending on how you look at it, it all looks the same. At least in the woods, I feel like you could find, like, some identifying markers of, like, I've already been here. If you're going in a circle.
But also, like, there's an element of, like, if you're in the woods and you get, like, a far enough distance and it's dark, you could potentially try and scale a tree.
Right, yeah.
And, like, hide. Whereas, like, I can't really hide in a corn maze unless I disguise myself as corn.
Yeah.
Or a scarecrow. But I don't know, in Dead by Daylight, you can hide in the corn. But then, I guess the killer's eyesight in that is pretty, like, shambolic. But,
yeah.
But they do that. And they don't seem hurt by it, so maybe they're just, like, very, very strong. There is something really funny about getting thwacked in the head by corn, though. Like, oh my god, like, you, like, run through, you know, like, when someone walks ahead of you and there's, like, a branch and, like, they push it past and then it comes back and, like, flings at you. Like, that's how, maybe you could, like, take them out via corn.
Oh, yeah.
You, like, push it back and then you, like, duck and it hits them in the head.
True.
But I'm not taking that. I'd rather be in the woods.
That would require me to get close enough to them for them to potentially kill me, so...
Or you just... Oh, I mean, the only other option in the corn maze would be, like, you just steal the corn and you throw the corn at them.
Yeah, you could do
so you
that.
have a weapon. But, like, I'm not picking corn. Be too busy running to pick corn.
Right.
So, yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Ooh, my gosh. Okay. Would you rather be bitten by a zombie or cursed by a witch?
Cursed by a witch.
I don't know what that entails.
But that's the thing. Like, it is a bit of a gamble, but, like, there's so many different things you could be cursed with that, like, I feel like in the end, you can probably get out of something better than, like, being bit by a zombie. Like, being bit by a zombie, you have one choice. You turn into a zombie. Being cursed by a witch, it could be really bad. It could be okay.
Well, I mean, if you get bit by a zombie and you amputate the area immediately, you would probably be okay.
But then you have to amputate.
That's true. But you'd be fine.
But also, what if you're by yourself? I don't think I could cut off my own limb.
Yeah, no. If I was with someone else, then it'd be okay. But, like, yeah, alone, no. Cursed by witch, I mean, cursed by witch could go many ways. if it ends up like Howl's Moving Castle,
right?
I'm not complaining.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. Unless I am the Witch of the Waste, and then I'd be sad. But then she gets a dog in the end, so maybe what's all bad about that?
Right?
Yeah, I think Witch. I think it'd be funny. Even if I am a frog.
Right?
I think I can cause some drama as a frog.
Hippity hoppity, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. That would be my catchphrase. Because I just feel like... Because also, you would have... If I got turned into a frog, I'd like to think I'd still have the knowledge and the memories of me. So I would be so powerful.
Yeah.
I'd be the most powerful frog alive, which is quite cool.
True.
And then I'm thinking of, like, A Bug's Life and, like, Ants, where, like, I become the leader of the respective frog world, and we stage a coup. Frog coup, yeah. I think that'd be funny. And we go, like, to the witch's hut, and then she's just, like, swamped by, like, 1,000 frogs.
True.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
I like it.
Definitely take that.
All right. My next one. Would you rather fight a vampire or a werewolf?
I'd say vampire.
I would too.
A werewolf is just going to maul me to death. Like,
yeah.
There's no chance. A vampire? We can converse. We can have discussions.
Also, like, you're way more likely to be able to, like, if we're going by, like, traditional vampire lore, stake them through the heart, like, you're way more likely to be able to get something as a stake than to get, like, silver, like you would need for a werewolf.
A werewolf's just too... I think a werewolf's just too physically strong and fast.
Oh, yeah.
Like... And like I said, you can't even, like, stop and be like, no, Mr. Werewolf. It's a dog. Like, it's a wolf.
Yeah.
But a vampire... You know, they can speak, and you can be like, "Don't do this. You're better than this." And they'll be like, "No, I'm going to suck your blood.
I want to suck your blood."
And I'll be like, "No, don't do that."
Or it's like, "No, Mr. Vampire, don't like suck my blood."
I'm like, "Mr. Vampire, why? Twirl's hair. Why did you do that?" And he'd be like, let's just have a hug, and then I'll stake them.
Perfect.
Yeah, a vampire's just. Yeah, a vampire's just better, you know? I just feel like vampires just are superior in every way. I'll down that hill. I love me a vampire. That's just it.
Yeah, I had a big vampire phase. Although I guess I also had a bit of a werewolf phase, so I mean...
I didn't really have a werewolf phase. My werewolf phase extended literally only through Twilight, and that was it. Like... I think that's been my only exposure to werewolves was Twilight.
I remember... I cannot tell you anything about this book.
Oh, and Teen Wolf. But that doesn't really count, because I didn't really watch it, so...
I kind of want to watch that now.
Well, this is the thing, right? Because I'd never seen it before, but, like, two of my friends that I lived with at university were, like, obsessed with it, and I watched, like, the first couple of episodes when we were in lockdown, and it was pretty good. It was okay. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I was younger, but I wasn't mad at it. I was like, I can get behind this. It gives Twilight energy. So,
yeah.
You know.
I just really like Dylan O'Brien, so I feel like it would be a vibe. But there was a book series, or maybe it was just a book, and I don't really remember much except she, like, sees this wolf in the woods, and then it ends up being connected to her past or something somehow. I don't know. I read some wolf books when I was younger.
Yeah. We did have, like, I feel like every school has a wolf person. We definitely did have one, but it wasn't me.
No, I wasn't that bad either.
But, like, you know, I get the appeal. It just isn't for me, personally. I prefer my vamps.
Oh my gosh, I think I figured out which book it is, actually. I was Googling it.
Okay, I need to know.
Yes, it's called Shiver.
Oh. That's spooky. Oh, not Shiver the Coldplay song. Okay, Shiver book. Okay, yeah, okay.
I think it's a series, actually, and I don't think I ever read the rest of them.
Interesting. Oh yeah, oh my god, this cover that I found is so incredibly YA, that is so funny.
What is it?
Oh yeah, it's like, there's like, oh, whoa, let me scroll back up. There's like, it's like pale blue trees on the edges, and then like the author's name, and then the main bit is a bluey, murky silhouette, and it's like blue, and it's a forest, and there's a silhouette of the forest, and there's a silhouette of a girl, and then there's the wolf in the distance behind a tree.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I just looked it up. Yes, I do see that cover. That is so YA, and yes, it is a series. It's
there's
Shiver,
4.
Linger. Oh, there's 4, because I'm only looking at 3. I see Shiver, Linger, and Forever. Oh, but I also see there's Sinner. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of
now I kind of want to read them.
I know. Part of me wants to like go back and read some of these whack ass books that I read when I was younger, and just like read them as an adult and like try and reabsorb them. But it's also like I don't have time for that. I barely have time to read the books I want to read, like let alone.
Okay.
Like that.
I kind of need to know what's going on.
I'll read you the quick synopsis here for those listening to the podcast, but it says, for years, Grace has watched the wolves in the woods behind her house. One yellow-eyed wolf, her wolf, is a chilling presence she can't seem to live without. Meanwhile, Sam has lived 2 lives. In winter, the frozen woods, the protection of the pack, and the silent company of a fearless girl. In summer, a few precious months of being human, until the cold makes him shift back again. Now, Grace meets a yellow-eyed boy whose familiarity takes her breath away. It's her wolf. It has to be. But as winter nears, Sam must fight to stay human or risk losing himself and Grace forever.
What? Why is it her wolf? Why is she so obsessed with this wolf?
Because it just watches her from the woods.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's your wolf. That means the wolf wants to, like, yum you. Like...
But they have a connection. They're soulmates, Scar.
Oh my god. The Audible audiobook. Damn. The Kindle edition's $4.99.
That's kind of pricey for...
I was like seeing how much they were, because I was like, okay, if I can get the series not that expensive, maybe I'll read it just for like giggles. Because I haven't read any like... Not that I'm saying these books would be horrific, but they're giving cringe in the best way. And I think I
kind of want to see if it's available at the library.
Oh my god, yes. Because I kind of need to know. I kind of need to be in on this. Because when books are cringy, it's fine. Especially if they're self-aware cringe. I kind of stand by that, but... otherwise...
It's on... I could place a hold. It would be available in 2 weeks. Or I can listen to the audiobook right now.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't have it in my library.
This is tragic.
No! This is so sad.
Here, I'll borrow it, and then you can log into my Kindle account.
Okay. Wait, pause. Oh, what? So they have, like, other books by the author, but, like, not those ones. That's really sad.
Oh, wild.
Oh, that's really sad. I was really hoping that I was going to be able to borrow that. My library would probably be like, what are you doing?
Okay, real quick. So this only has a 3.76 star rating on Goodreads, which is
That's pretty high.
Yeah, but hold on. This one caught my eye. I read this book to the end, so you don't have to. Shiver should come with a Surgeon General's warning. I think all the purple prose has blacked out my eyes. Too bad the swelling didn't prevent me from noticing the ginormous plot holes. And I need some aspirin because my head aches from clenching my jaw, as I'm certain all the sappy sweetness contained in this adverb-infested book was injected straight into my molars. I'm very much at a loss as to how this book has received so many glowing reviews. Am I missing something?
Okay, the plot thickens regarding this book, right? So... the author, I was like, why do I recognise this author's name, right? This author wrote the Raven Boys series,
yes,
which is, like, really highly regarded. And I literally just watched someone on YouTube finish the series and talk about how much they loved it. So yes, she's written one really good series and then maybe potentially one kind of...
not so good series.
I mean, this person loves the supernatural. And I'm like, I can vibe with that. Why is the entire... oh, what the hell is this?
Oh my god, I just found a do you want to read Maggie, I don't know how to say her last name, book?
I'm not sure either.
But okay, so let's start. Do you want to read a series? Yes or no?
Bessie, this person has like 70 million books.
I know, I'm gonna get you to the one you need to read, okay? So follow along. Do you want to read a series? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, what do you think of killer water horses?
What? What does that mean?
Your options are sign me up or sounds pretty weird.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Sign me up. I need to know.
Alright, then you need to read the Scorpio races.
What? Okay. Oh my god, it's available at my library. Oh, it's not.
Oh no.
Oh. It like popped up, but it's like one of those things where it's like notify me. Okay, let me have a look. What does that mean? Underwater horse.
I need to know what this book is about.
It's £5 on the Kindle.
Apparently,
she's making bank. Oh my god!
Honestly.
It's reviewed very highly. Wait, I'm sorry.
It really is actually.
What?
What is it about?
The Scorpio Races is set in Thisbe. It has a very British and Irish feel to it. Huh? Puck and Sean's perspectives. What is happening?
Okay.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I just found someone leave a review who said that they love the Wolves of the Mercy Falls series. Hello?
Oh.
Can you talk about those books for me? Oh my god. People are like saying this book is beautiful. And it's about this weird horse? Like, what is happening?
Hold on, did you actually read the synopsis? Because here's the overview. Some race to win, others race to survive. It happens at the start of every November, the Scorpio races. Riders attempt to keep hold of their water horses long enough to make it to the finish line. Some riders live, others die. At age 19, Sean Kendrick is the returning champion. He is a young man of few words, and if he has any fears, he keeps them buried deep where no one else can see them. Puck Connolly is different. She never meant to ride in the Scorpio races, but fate hasn't given her much of a choice. So she enters the competition, the first girl ever to do so. She is in no way prepared for what is going to happen. And then it says, as she did in her best-selling Shiver trilogy, author Maggie takes us to the breaking point where both love and life meet their greatest obstacles, and only the strong of heart can survive.
Okay, I'm gonna be vulnerable. I was being a bit of a dum-dum, and I didn't realise to connect the dots between horse and races, and I thought races as in, like, a race, not a horse race.
Like a race of people?
And I was really confused. I was like, why are Scorpios a race? I was like, are we going really astrological? I now understand that it's horse racing, which makes a lot more sense. Interesting. Listen, this author has ideas.
Yeah.
And I like that. They also have another werewolf book called Grey Warren, which is a part of the Dreamer trilogy. So, lots of trilogies out here. Listen. Whoa. Well,
Yeah,
if it comes available at my library, I will read it and let you know.
Okay, perfect.
But at the moment, I unfortunately do not have the money to spend.
All right. Well, that was a whole tangent. that we did not need to go on.
That was just so unexpected.
All because I brought up a book series that I read. I didn't even read the whole series. I think I just read the first book as a kid.
That's insane. Wow. Anyways, on more unhinged notes, here's my next Would You Rather.
Okay.
I pulled this from a list because it's so random, and I'm like, why? Would you rather have a 2-hour dinner date with Patrick Bateman, or go out for a 1-hour picnic with Hannibal Lecter?
Wow.
I'm like, why?
Yeah, that's... I don't know.
Listen, I don't know either. Patrick Bateman, he's a bad man. He's a misogynist.
Yeah.
He just hates women. He literally will only talk about himself. He has many an issue. And he has an axe. Maybe if the date's good, he wouldn't kill me, but like
maybe. But
I
feel like
have a very good time, so it probably wouldn't be very good.
But would he take me to a nice place, and so I get free fancy food?
He only is. Am I correct in my? Am I messing him up with Norman Bates, or does he? Or is it Norman Bates who only goes to this one specific restaurant? I can't remember.
Oh, okay. I haven't actually seen American Psycho, so.
Well, he worked, like, Patrick Bateman works for, like, this company, and, like, they all talk about embossing their, what are they called? Business cards. So, like, he has money. I think it's Norman Bates who goes to the same... Like, Norman Bates, like, really loves this one restaurant. I think it's Norman Bates. Maybe it is. Maybe it's Patrick Bateman. No, I think it's Norman Bates. I don't know. I typed in Bates and it gave me the Bates restaurant. That's not what I wanted. Oh, well. It's irrelevant. Yeah, I don't know, because he really just doesn't like women.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I guess, like, the shorter one would probably be better, too.
Yeah. It's only a picnic. And for me, personally, as a vegetarian, I would not be consuming any human meat. So I would be fine having a picnic with Mr. Hannibal Lecter.
True.
And, you know, if it's, is it Hopkins who played, Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs? Anthony Hopkins. Listen, if it's Anthony Hopkins, I'm a little bit more scared. If it's Mads Mikkelsen, I'm a little less scared.
Valid.
Maybe we'll just talk about Will Graham and I'll be like, listen, I get it, bestie. And we'll just have a nice picnic of salad. And it'd be fine. And I'll just be on my way. And as long as you aren't rude, as per show rules, as long as you aren't rude, he won't kill you. So it'd be fine.
True, true, true.
So, and the man's a chef in the show. He knows how to make good food. So it'd be a nice picnic, at least.
Yeah, that sounds fun, honestly.
I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be okay. It'd be nice. I like a good picnic.
We could make it work.
I think he'd be a good conversationalist. He looks like he seems like he has a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
I think I'd have more in common with him than Patrick Bateman.
I agree, yeah.
What a weird one. What a weird series we've just gone on.
Yes. Okay, the last one I have is similar to my previous question, but slightly different. And this actually came thanks to Kyle. Would you rather fuck a vampire or fuck a werewolf?
A vampire.
Same.
Yeah. I don't really need to explain. I don't think anyone needs to explain.
No.
They're just inherently more, like, horny.
Plus, like, logistically, I don't think you can have sex with a werewolf, so...
I mean, you could, but it's probably illegal.
True. That's probably bestiality.
That's getting into some weird, like, fanfiction trope vibes that you don't want to be delving into.
Yeah. Why are there so many weird, smutty books about werewolves, though? That's the question.
Because of the Omegaverse. People like that stuff.
True.
And also people just are, like, furry adjacent. Which is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, it's not for me, personally.
Yeah. No.
But, like, listen, AO3, if you look at those tags, crazy.
Scary.
It's crazy out there. I watched this TikTok video and it was, like, the top 10, like, fictional people tagged as, like, Alpha or Omega. And it was really interesting. But I'm just like, what is... Like, I'm just like, imagine trying to explain this in, like, 50 years.
You can't. Like, you simply cannot.
How are we going to explain this to historians? How would you explain this to anyone? How would a tutor child react to this?
Right. Yeah, no. They would just die. They would combust.
But the thing is, it's so normal that I'm just like, yeah. But I know to everyone, like, I know to other people who are not, like, more into the internet space, they're probably like, what the fuck? But
Yeah.
I'm just like, eh.
Listen, they vibe in their corner, and that's what it is.
Yeah, listen, there's many nooks and crannies in the internet. People find their little niche, and they go by it. And I'm like, fair enough.
As long as you're not hurting anybody.
Exactly. Who cares? Okay, a little bit more of a light-hearted one to end on.
Okay.
Would you rather be a full-time pumpkin carver or a full-time haunted house scarer or scare actor?
Ooh, the haunted house one.
Yeah, same. I think that'd be wicked. I'd love to do that as a job.
Yeah, I've always wanted to. Like, even though I don't want to attend a haunted house, I think it'd be really fun to be a scarer. And also, I like carving pumpkins, but also I hate it because the pumpkin guts, like, you got the texture is icky.
Also, full-time, that's a lot of labour.
Yeah,
That's a lot of work.
and you would never stop smelling like pumpkins. And you'd be orange. Like, your skin would just be orange.
That's true. And you gotta think of so many designs, like, ugh.
Yeah. At the end, I
I'd
would
rather
just be
just
making...
scare people.
Have you seen that one carved pumpkin where it's, like, literally just, like, 2 tiny little circles for eyes and then, like,
Yes.
the smallest little smile? Like, that's what it would be. I would just make a bunch of those.
Yeah, I also don't have the artistic talent for that kind of thing.
No.
But I can shout
Or the
boo at
patience.
people. Yeah, that's true. It is long. But I
Yeah.
can be like, boo, and they'll be like, no. I'll be like, haha, I scared you.
Sneaky, sneaky.
It'd just be funny.
Agreed.
Because I'm an actor.
Bring out your inner theater kid.
Yeah, that is it. Maybe I'll break into song. And they'll be like, hello.
That's terrifying. Imagine
Yeah.
if you were in a haunted house, though, and they just started singing at you.
It would be kind of funny. Like
It would be, but also it'd be
that.
really unsettling.
Okay, we need a horror musical where the villain breaks into like flash mob songs.
I mean, we
like
do have
that.
Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. It's not exactly horror, but
Yeah, I guess that's the closest.
that's probably the closest thing we have.
I mean, there are things out there that are like horror adjacent musicals, but like, I mean, like Michael Myers. Well, I mean, Michael Myers didn't say anything. Neither does Jason. None of them speak. Oh,
But they could sing.
oh my god.
It's like that one meme.
Maybe-
He didn't say I couldn't sing.
Maybe Michael Myers. Maybe they're all just really like angsty because they can't sing, and they feel too threatened by society. That society will think they aren't masculine and scary enough if they sing, but all they want to do is sing. So maybe that's the way to stop them.
Maybe. Just let them star in a musical.
I think that'd be beautiful.
Could be.
Listen, Jason went to space. He clearly has really big aspirations. Maybe he just needs to.
He wants to
go
be on Broadway.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but imagine Jeremy Jordan playing Jason.
No. I saw this TikTok the other day where it was like Broadway casting directors when they need another white man to fill a role, and it's just Jeremy Jordan. And I was like, he is everywhere. Him and Jordan Fisher, they'd be everywhere. They'd be doing every role.
Yeah.
And I like that. We applaud
Yeah.
it.
It's great.
Yeah. I would love to see that. I think it'd be really funny.
I agree.
Those are all my questions.
Those were all my questions.
Perfect.
Look at that.
Nailed it.
We did.
That was unplanned. The questions weren't, but the same number was unplanned.
Well, I did send you mine ahead of time.
Yeah, but I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have them, but like I didn't count them.
Oh,
You remember
okay.
I can't count.
Right.
I just assumed you probably had around 10, and I could only think of 10. Or however many I did. Was it 10? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But
All
that's
right.
it.
Well, happy spooky season, everyone.
Happy spookies.
This episode will be out before Halloween, so if you're listening before then, hope you have a safe and happy Halloween, and you had lots of spooks, but in a fun way, and you got lots of candy. And if you're listening to this after Halloween, or we hope you that happens to you, and if you're listening after Halloween, we hope all of those things happened, past tense.
Yeah, and let us know your Halloween costumes.
Yes.
How many Barbies are there? because I want to know.
All
what
the
type of
Barbies.
Barbie are you? What type of Barbie are you? You know? I need to see. I need to see pictures.
Yes, share your Halloween costumes with us. That sounds great.
Yeah, my Halloween costume is nothing.
Same. My Halloween costume is exhausted mom.
Yeah, my Halloween costume is depressed graduate.
Yeah.
There we go. Share yours.
All right, that's it. We'll see you in 2 weeks then. Goodbye.
Bye. Boo.